You're listening to the Waltz World Podcast, brought to you by the Lost Bros Trading Co. Join your hosts, John and Kaylee, as they banter about all things Disney, including Disney parks, resorts, dining, fashion, and movies. They'll keep you up to date with the latest Disney news and rumors, and they'll share their best tips and insight to make sure you have the best Disney vacation possible. So to all who tune into this happy place, welcome. It's the Waltz World Podcast.
Hey friends, it's Tuesday, August 7th, 2018, and this is episode number 16 of the Waltz World Podcast. I'm your host, John, and with me, as she is every week, the flounder to my Ariel, Kaylee.
I'm Flounder?
Yeah, you're Flounder. I'm the princess.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
How are you, Kaylee? How's your week going?
It's going amazing. Flounder's awesome anyway.
Flounder is awesome. You know, I watched that movie the other day, and I realized he is not in that movie a whole lot. But, like, he's this, like, epic character. It just kind of blew me away.
He's a little guppy. Just a little guppy.
Is he a guppy? What kind of fish is he exactly?
I don't know.
He's a yellow and blue one. But my favorite flounder scene is it's in the movie, but it's also on the Little Mermaid ride. Is the one where he's like getting accosted by that one fish, like in the room where all the fish are and they're singing under the sea. Yeah, he's like he looks so miserable and he's getting accosted by that one chick fish. Anyways, it's the first Tuesday of the month, and you guys know what that means. It's our Tuesday Treats episode, and if you guys aren't familiar with our show, the first Tuesday of every month, we have a guest on our show to hang out with us and talk Disney. So this week, we have two of my favorite people in the world, Gill and Mike, or many of you know them as Lucky Rabbit. How are you guys?
Hi.
Hi.
We're great.
That was very, excited.
That was very...
Wow.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Yes.
I was like...
Let's go. Oh my goodness. We're stoked to
Ready.
We're stoked to have you guys hanging out with us on the show this week. We both love your shirts. Obviously, if you guys haven't seen either of our Instagrams, we're basically like a living ad for Lucky Rabbit.
You are. I know. Thank you.
It's like you guys can do no wrong with your shirts. It's pretty much how we feel about it.
Thank you.
But yeah, we're just so stoked that you guys are here. If you guys don't follow Lucky Rabbit, make sure you follow them on Instagram and all the different ways you can follow them at Lucky Rabbit Supply Co. They are two really awesome people, and they are who they are online. They're the same people, which is really cool to know, because there's a lot of people that are, they put out that little kind of fake kind of scene, and they're not really who they are. But Gill and Mike totally are. Super nice. Also check out luckyrabbitsupplyco.com.
You're really calling people out, aren't you?
I am. I'm fired up.
Shade.
I'm fired up about it.
No, but
It's true.
What I was gonna say, I think mine and John's favorite shirts. We have the same favorite shirt from a small shop, and it's the one from your shop. Both of our favorite shirts are the Steamboat Mouse shirt. My favorite in my whole collection. I love it. Obsessed. I told you all I repurchased it because mine, I sweat like a pig, so I needed a new one.
We're going to title this show, the episode where Kaylee admits that she sweats like a pig.
In the parks, yes. It can't. There's no other way.
I had to do some serious photoshopping of myself last trip.
Yeah.
Taking off my backpack was not a pretty
July
scene.
is not a great park hopping month.
No.
Definitely not. The humidity of Florida just gets everyone. Every vlog I've watched recently, everyone on there is like, this is miserable. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. Why am I here? Yeah, I wonder the same thing.
I know.
But check out their website, luckyrabbitsupplyco.com, for all of your amazing Disney t-shirt needs. It's incredible shirts. All of their designs are epic and so cool. And the shirts are so soft and comfortable. And even though Kaylee sweats like a pig, it's not like wearing some other type of shirt that is a cheap shirt. These are nice shirts, guys. I promise.
Just because it was gray, you could see it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I should have got the tank. I was thinking, I should have got the tank top because then you couldn't see my pit stains, but whatever.
It's okay.
It's getting real right now. and kind of gross. This is very gross all of a sudden. Anyways,
So gross.
instead of everyone poops book, it needs to be like everyone sweats
Yes,
book.
it's
maybe.
true.
That could be good. All right, so let's jump in. We're just gonna like bombard these guys with questions because I know you guys are like us. We just have a bunch of questions to ask them. They are Disneyland people, which, you know, us Disney World people don't usually associate with those Disneyland people. Ooh, Disney. They drink their tea with their pinky up and they don't sweat at the park. You know, we know how that is. They turn their Tower of Terror into something crazy.
Yeah,
No respect for the classics over there on that end of the world.
it's true. Always changing.
There's nothing wrong with that, honestly. But we want to know, how did you two meet? Like, what's your guys' story?
It's a story.
It's quite the story.
Oh.
So we both started collecting Vinylmation, which is like a Disney collectible.
I should have had one.
Yeah, we should have. But so we both are artists, and so we started painting our own and doing custom paint jobs and all that fun stuff. And we met actually through a Facebook group called Vinylmation Exchange. And she was in Canada, I was in California. And then we met at a Vinylmation trading event at Disney World.
In Florida, yeah.
That's cool. So you travel all the way from California and Canada to meet in Florida. That's crazy. That is crazy.
And Jill actually surprised me.
Yes.
She told me she wasn't going to be able to make it.
I said I didn't have a passport, but I ended up getting it in time, but I said I couldn't, or I didn't get it.
And then I
just
like opened the door to our friend's hotel room, and then there she was.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Aww.
What a sweet
Yeah,
surprise.
it's crazy. So we were like talking online before that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Facebook.
Crazy, and then that was it.
Man. And then you couldn't get rid of him after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went back and forth. I was still in Canada for up until 2 years ago or 3. So we did the long distance thing for like a good 2 years.
Wow. And that's like legit long distance.
Back and forth. Yeah.
That's the real long distance.
Yeah.
Crossing the border every time. Rough.
Yeah.
Did you ever did you drive to see her ever?
No, I
No,
always
Okay.
flew.
we always thought we were going to do the drive, but then when it actually came down to it, we were like, no.
'Cause I was gonna say, I bet the
It's
custom
like
agents.
27 hours or something.
Oh, geez. Holy moly! I was gonna say the custom agents were probably a little skeptical. Like, why does this guy keep coming into Canada like every weekend?
Yeah, no.
I got taken into the back room once.
What?
The first time I went, they were like, they didn't believe me because she was from a really small
it's a
town.
small town, yeah.
So she's just like, why is this guy from California coming
like, what
here?
are you doing? Why are you coming to, middle of nowhere?
So, how did you guys decide California rather than Canada?
I don't really know.
We never really even talked about it.
I think it was me. Like, it was always just like, well, I'm going to go to California.
Well, that worked
The
out
most
then.
expensive place
Yeah.
on earth.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. What a good story.
And there's Disneyland.
Well, obviously, that was the number one reason. It really wasn't for him. It was for Disneyland.
Yeah. I know.
100%.
They need to make a Disney Canada.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Disneyland.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be so
It would be
cool.
like,
It could be all Canadian. It'd be so cute and cheesy.
they would be
So
so
cute.
nice. Everyone would be so nice there.
And everyone has to wear, like, all the characters can wear, like, lumberjack outfits.
Yeah.
And snowsuits. It would snow, though, so that would be the issue.
Ah.
Do it. Yeah.
But I will say, like, those photos from like Disneyland Paris, like when it snowed,
Yeah.
that was like incredible.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Too bad none of us will ever experience that at Disneyland or Disney World. That's
I know.
except at Christmas
Just
time.
the fake ones. Just the bubblies.
Just the soap snow.
yeah, the soap.
That's all. So a little background as to how like I met Lucky Rabbit is actually, it was kind of like by chance. We had been buying their shirts. Chris and I have been buying their shirts and posting photos of us on Instagram, and they were liking them, and we would kind of freak out a little bit back in the day when we had like 100 followers, and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they liked our post. And then like we ran into you guys the weekend of the Kingdom Classic with the Lost Bros. We were in Epcot and ran into you guys, and you guys were so nice and just came up to us like we were like your friends, and it was just so cool getting to hang out with you guys a little bit. And then that night, Kingdom Classic, getting to buy more of your shirts, obviously, and talking, get to know you guys a little bit more. It was just so cool. And Kaylee, this is like the first time you've met them, though.
Yeah, I know.
Are you?
He asked me, he's like, are you nervous? I'm like, no, not really. I was emailing them 2 days ago. I'm like, we're already friends.
So,
And we just put it together.
so kind of staying on that topic a little bit, like, how do you guys deal with being in the park and like people coming up to you guys and being like, oh my gosh, are you guys Lucky Rabbit? And like kind of fangirling or fanboying out that it's you guys. How do you guys kind of deal with that?
It doesn't really happen to us all that
We haven't
that
had
often.
a whole lot, yeah. But I mean, I always get excited because I don't know, I'm like a fangirl
Yeah.
with everyone on Instagram too. So I'm like,
I fangirl over
You fangirl?
people. Yeah, fangirl
Oh, I do
hard
too, man.
over people, like seeing people in our shirts. We hadn't seen
Yeah.
anybody in our shirts in the
rarely.
parks really until this last trip to Disneyland, and we saw a couple of people, and we're just like, oh my god, I made that shirt.
and they were like, who? I'm like,
Who
"What-
are you?"
crazy people?
Yeah, that would probably be a very surreal moment, like seeing someone
It's crazy.
wearing your art. Like, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool.
It's
But
pretty
yeah,
rewarding.
mostly I feel like we're just like, I feel like I know almost everyone that we've kind of met in the parks from Instagram because I'm such a creeper anyway. So I'm like, yeah, I know, I know who you are. They're all my friends.
Literally me.
I am like one of those people, like all I do is watch YouTube, Instagram, like
Me too.
it's my life. The internet is my life.
John socializes better than I do. I'll
Yeah.
like see so many people I fangirl over on Instagram.
too.
I'm like, I'm not gonna
Run
go
away!
say hi to them because
That's
they're gonna
how I
think
am.
I'm insane.
Yeah, that's how I am too.
But really, like it can be kind of intimidating just being from our side of it. No, I'm just saying, like, it can be kind of intimidating being like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's that's this person, or that's that person. And it can be kind of intimidating, but I know like Kaylee and I, like when we're in the parks, we're like, just come and talk to us. Like, I would love to talk to people and
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
there's
I would
real
be
people
so
listening.
excited.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Kaylee would probably
Oh my
scream in
God,
their
you
face.
Listen to me.
Oh my god!
I know.
What?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, if anybody, if that was like a thing that people were like scared to talk to us, no, please
Yeah.
come talk to us.
Yeah. Mike especially, he's very good.
I
I'm
love-
like
I love
can be
meeting
kind
everyone.
of like weird and awkward. But it's okay. I guess everyone is for the most part. So.
I will say, like, Krista and I were, when was this? This was probably in March. We were at in Pandora, and we had just eaten at the Satuli Canteen, and we were walking out, and I just happened to look down, and someone was watching our Instagram story, and it was so awkward. Like, I just wanted to like run away as fast as possible.
You're like, hello.
Because like you forget that like people are watching this
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, and it was so weird. Like, I felt so awkward.
I know.
I mean, not like we have a lot of followers. We have like 4,000, but still, like
That's
seeing one
good.
person, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Freaked me out. Like, freaked me out
I
completely.
think I'd probably weird out a little bit if I was like in line and I saw somebody in front of me like looking at her story,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah. I
Yo.
I know.
me.
I know. I think it's like kind of different if you're, because like you guys too are so genuine,
Oh,
like genuinely yourselves. So I don't know. It's like we're like normal, not normal, but you're just like, why would anyone like our stuff or watch our stuff? Like, it's just like we're just we're just hanging.
yeah. We're just doing life and videoing it
Seriously.
sometimes. That's
Yeah,
how we
it's
feel.
fun.
Yeah, totally. We're just really good at faking being real. We're really
Yeah.
horrible people, actually.
Yeah,
Horrible people.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
That's true, actually. Anyways, back on topic. Sorry, I'm totally off of our topic here. But anyways, we want to know what started your guys' love for Disney. what each of you individually, then obviously you guys were talking about, you guys were on a Disney Vinylmation Facebook group, but like rewind back to what started your love for Disney initially.
I mean, it's kind of always been a part of my life ever since I was a little kid. My sister was I have an older sister, and she was always a huge Disney person. So then that just kind of, that was what we were always watching.
Well, you guys used to go.
Yeah, and then I'd go to Disneyland when I was a kid and stuff like that, and just always kind of stuck. When I was younger, I wanted to be like an animator at Pixar. That was like one of my dreams, and yeah, that's kind of me. It's just always been there. It's like the one constant has just been like Disney.
That's a good way to put it. I like that. The one constant has always been Disney.
Yeah,
I like that.
I was actually kind of like that too, but I had never. I was in Canada. I'd never been to Disneyland until I met Mike in person. I went to Disney World first, but I just was always like, I grew up, Little Mermaid was my favorite.
As it should be.
I would make my mom be Ursula while I was Ariel. And then it was Lion King, and then it just kept, like, it was always what I watched. Like, if I remember, like, being in college, and, like, I lived alone, so I'd be, like, such a chicken at night. I'd be watching Disney movies till I fell asleep. Stressed, watch Disney movies, and I was always, like, drawing, and it just, it never, I never grew out of it, I guess, but, and then, once I started going to the parks, then that was just a whole other realm.
Oh, yeah.
Next level, right?
Then it would just skyrocketed even more.
And all your money goes there.
Yeah.
And we're poor.
Yeah.
So you said your favorite Disney movie was Little Mermaid. Mike, what about you? What's your favorite Disney movie?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Nice.
And also Aladdin. It's so hard for me.
It's hard for me. It's like
I'm like, okay, from
newer
this era.
newer
Right.
movies. Like if I had to choose one to watch over and over again, it'd be Wreck-It Ralph. But like of like the classics and like growing up, Aladdin was always my favorite.
Okay.
100% Wreck-It Ralph. That's a lot like Cheddar Biscuits, which Cheddar Biscuits is my boyfriend John as well, so we call him Cheddar Biscuits. I don't know if you listen or if you know.
Her boyfriend's name's John. My name's John. So he works at Red Lobster. So we're like, Cheddar Biscuits.
Yeah. But that's how he is. If you ask him classic, it's definitely Aladdin. But like newer, it's Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is so good.
I love it. I'm so
And
excited.
you can watch it over and over again because there's always something new. Like you see something new every time. It's amazing.
It's the best. I love so many. I think Lion King is maybe my number one.
It's 100%.
But then I'm like, my princess movies, and there's Ariel, and I also like Tangled. Wreck-It Ralph I really like too. It's so hard. I can't choose.
I know, I can't choose.
I like them all. Every one of them.
Categories.
Except Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's I can't.
I also
can't watch it.
Me.
Can't do it.
Oh,
Cannot do it.
I always feel bad.
I know. That's the thing.
It never stuck with me.
Yeah. I feel bad that I don't like it. And I think it's like I get so angry that they're so mean to him. Like, I just can't watch it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
It's like
I
stressful
agree.
almost.
Ugh, I understand. Ariel's my favorite princess.
Yeah.
Always will be.
Mine too.
I don't know why. She just always was. I don't know. It's weird.
She was just cool.
Is it?
Yeah, she's just like different.
Is it?
I just love
Is it weird to say that a cartoon is hot? Like, is that a weird thing? Like, she was the prettiest princess.
She is.
Just
I think that's a
put that
thing.
out there.
That's the thing, right?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Make it casual because people are judging you hard right now.
And everyone just turned off the podcast.
Like, I don't know, this kind of vibe.
Oh, you've not listened to one of our episodes a couple of weeks ago, last month, that's for sure. So how did you guys decide, all right, we're going to start a t-shirt company? Like, that's what we're going to do.
Well, I've had a few clothing lines for myself over the years, and I do like my real job is printing t-shirts, and I'm a graphic designer. And so like I always kind of had like the thought of like doing another t-shirt company. And then Jill was just in the shower one day and was just
Shower
like
thoughts.
popped her head out and was like, "Lucky Rabbit Supply Co."
I was like, we can make shirts, because I was always buying shirts, and I still do, from like all the small shops. And we're both kind of artsy too. And I think we did talk about it before, kind of casually, like we could make shirts. We could like think of cool stuff maybe. And Mike had like the I don't know, like the the printing experience and like
Yeah.
all the behind the scenes stuff, which I know nothing about, and the graphic design stuff. I mostly just, if I think of an idea, I can sketch it out and Mike turns it into an actual graphic.
That's cool.
Yeah, just kind of shower thoughts.
Hashtag shower
That's what
thoughts.
I always say.
So do you guys print your own shirts now too, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So we always have. It's I have a partner facility that I work with locally that we print up inventory and then that's what we sell.
That's cool. Well, where did the name come from? How did you come up with the name? You said it in the shower, but had you tossed around other names too?
Yes.
Yeah, not
Just a
that
few.
many.
No, I thought about. It's actually funny because it's a shop now. But I thought first I said Akuna Matatis, and then I was like, well, people are gonna be calling that something else.
Yeah.
And then I just Oswald's my favorite, like kind of classic cartoon. So I don't know. It was just like Lucky Rabbit, and then I think we later came up with the co and the stuff.
Yeah, when we've always had like Oswald feels.
Yeah.
So
I love Oswald. We're still trying to perfectly nail that Oswald t-shirt someday. It has to be perfect.
Oh, it is perfect. I think it's perfect. I would wear it every day if I could. Like if that wasn't a gross thing and like would be repulsive, like I would totally wear it every day. Totally. Side note, we just rescued a little cat. And it had been abandoned under a house, and it's only 2 months old. It only weighs like 2.5 pounds, and it's a precious little cat. So we named it Oswald because it's a lucky cat. And so like we thought out in honor of you guys, we would, name it that Oswald Lucky Rabbit thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Is that like a joke, like in honor of them?
No, we honestly,
That's not
whenever we
real.
thought of it, we're like, oh, he's a lucky rabbit. Oh, we love that
Lucky,
shirt.
yeah.
We love those shirts so much.
It's so cute.
So you need to make like a little kitten, like a kitten shirt for him to wear. Like a little Lucky Rabbit kitten shirt for him to wear.
I know. We always say that too. For our dog, we're like, we need to make a t-shirt for him.
Yes. That'd be so awesome. So
cute.
when you guys started the t-shirt thing, like how did you guys kind of deal with, because I know there's a lot of people listening that have very small shops or just starting out or wanting to kind of play with the idea of starting a shirt company or a blog or things like that. And it can kind of be intimidating with these huge shops and stuff like that. So how did you guys kind of get through the beginning stages of kind of dealing with all that?
I mean, we kind of just made what we wanted. I mean, like I've always kind of struggled with men's shirts, like at like Disney park shirts. I don't really want to wear grumpy shirts every day of the week.
Right.
So like it kind of was just like
what
would we want?
Yeah.
Like what are the shirts that we would want to wear?
Especially for you, because the guys' stuff, I feel like they're finally kind of getting better, but for
Yeah.
a while it was like, I'm Eeyore, and like I'm grumpy, I don't want to be at the parks. And it's like, no, we need some loving in the men's section.
Yeah. But then like just starting out, we were kind of just like, I mean, we don't do it for money or anything. It's just like, this is what we would want to wear.
Outlet
and it's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
And we've met great people
Yeah.
from it. So, I mean, that's really like the best part I can say
Yeah.
from this.
And I think at first we had, we kind of not really collaborated. We knew Casey, the Park Bound Buttons, before, and she of course has a huge following, so she was willing to
Help
support
us.
us.
Yeah, help
just
us.
when we first started out, like just to kind of get her name out there, and
That's awesome.
yeah,
Cool. And she's so
We just-
sweet.
Yeah,
She's
I
so
know,
nice.
the sweetest.
Casey's amazing.
So nice.
She was actually there that first day that we met
Yes,
too.
she was there when we met.
Oh,
We've known we met Casey through
she was
Vinylmation as well.
too, yeah.
that's crazy. That's so
Yeah.
cool. I kind of wish I was a part of this Facebook group back in the day
know.
now.
It was a thing. That was like, what, 2012, 2013? That was so long ago already.
Yeah,
It was an addiction.
It was a money pit.
I was in Canada, so we didn't even have Disney stores nearby where I lived.
What?
So I used to buy all the Vinylmation from eBay.
Oh my gosh. eBay. What the heck, Canada?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's so cool that you guys met Casey through that. So what kind of advice would you give those people that are kind of starting out or thinking about like, we have some shirt ideas? What kind of advice would you give those guys?
Just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're, like I would say, like, if you don't know anything about t-shirt printing or like design or the like basic tools that you would need, I would say maybe choose something that you know a little bit more about. But like if you think you can do it, just do it. I mean,
like do it because you
do it because you want to do it.
You want to share your ideas. And
yeah.
It's not like, it's not about money or like your followers or
yeah.
how many followers you have. Because it's hard, like, not to get, like swept up in all that stuff. Especially like, you're like, oh, this is so cool. I could do that. But yeah, just do it.
Cool.
Because you like it.
Yeah.
That's perfect advice. That's perfect.
I guess that's for anything.
Just do
that's
it.
My life advice.
Do it for the love of it.
Just do it.
I know Kaylee and I, like with this podcast, there's like hundreds of Disney podcasts out there. And like, we can kind of get down sometimes because, you look at some of these podcasts and they're like 2 million views or 2 million downloads. And we're like, we get like 100 every episode. But like,
no, it's hard.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's that kind of, I don't know, kind of comparing yourself to other people. But Kaylee and I love Disney so much. We're like, we're just going to do it. And if our moms are the only ones that listen, then that's fine. Then they're going to enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you got to find your own success in it. Because if you're constantly comparing it to other people, then it's like, you're kind of setting yourself up for,
Well, and it's tough because, like, I should be taking my own advice.
Yeah, and I
hard.
It happens. I do it
every
too.
day. I'm like,
Yeah.
this person. You get caught up in the scroll.
Oh, yeah.
When there's so many numbers that are just like so readily available, you're just like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right.
Yep, exactly. Been there. Totally been there.
Yeah.
How do you guys come up with your design ideas? Or you just like wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, we need to make an Oswald
Seriously.
shirt.
Yes.
That has actually happened.
Honestly, like for the most part, it's just, it just like comes out of nowhere, or we'll be like, oh, we need to do, or we should try and do, I don't know.
Something inspired by,
Yeah.
this. But I do like my best work between the hours of like 1 and 3 a.m.
True artist.
Thanks to college, I think.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah.
but
just, like we'll watch movies and then it's like, oh, my favorite song, or like, oh, that's a good lyric. But seriously, most of the time, like I'll be, I don't know, like sitting there and then I'll just be like, floating lanterns, or like it just pops in. I don't know.
At dinner, anywhere, a funeral, like floating lanterns.
The shower thoughts is a real thing. That's where my
Maybe I need to take more showers. Maybe that's.
You're so philosophical. I don't know why. Like, pondering your existence.
So has Mike, for you, Jill, has Mike, or Mike for you, has Jill came up with just an idea for a shirt and you're just like, no, there's no way I'm going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I come up with some
literally me all the time.
I come up with some just garbage ideas, and I'll spend hours trying, because like it'll like pop into my head, and I'm just
and
like,
he tries to make it.
This is gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
And then like I try to get it on the computer, and I'm just like, this is just not working. And then I'll be like, Jill, check this out, and she'll just be like, what is that?
Or most of the time, I'm like, oh, why don't you just tilt this that way, or like add this? It's like something really simple, and he'll be like, oh yeah, because I think you just get like so down the tunnel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
that
sure.
Once you get new eyes on it, and then it's like, no, just like tweak this and that, or like add something.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh yeah,
it's like the easiest thing.
I have so many designs. I have a whole folder that are just like started designs that like, just like, oh no, this was just not a good idea.
We've been working on, or Mike has mostly, A Suitcase and a Dream, which is the Disneyland show, which is my favorite little show ever.
Ever since we started.
So it's been 2 years, and Mike finally just nailed it.
Cool.
So-
So
So that'll
was
be coming
2
out in a few
years.
months.
that's a
I mean, not. It
upcoming
shouldn't
shirt
sound
right
that
there.
hype. It's not. Yeah.
That's something that you guys haven't talked about yet on Instagram or shown yet, right? So,
No.
ooh, breaking
We just
news.
nailed it.
Exclusive.
Spoiler.
Ooh, us Disney World people won't
I know.
understand it.
But
Fail.
if you should just YouTube the
Okay.
show.
Yeah, it's Jill's favorite
It's
show.
my favorite.
I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to Disneyland.
Oh yeah, then don't spoil.
Oh yeah, but you guys see that
It's
show.
like in the daytime.
Is that the one he
don't
does
even
in the
know what
street with the
time.
trolley car?
Yeah.
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 Where they do the song from Newsies?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's my
the- oh, it's the
favorite
best.
musical of all time. I love that
best.
movie. Oh my gosh. The music in that is so good.
Newsies got ruined for me because when we went to D23, we slept overnight for the
the
animation
Star Wars panel.
or-
No, the Star
oh.
Wars panel.
And all they played was Newsies on the
no.
screens.
For like 8 straight
like,
hours,
no,
and it wasn't just the full Newsies. It was just
clips.
clips of Newsies.
It still
so it was
haunts me.
like
It's so random.
5-minute clips over and over and over
Oh my
again.
gosh.
for hours.
What is why Newsies? Like that's such a random thing for them
don't
to
know.
choose.
I know. I was
It
like,
was
you literally
really,
have
really-
the entire library to choose from. Just
Yeah,
play
and
them
then they
all.
finally just turned it off at like 5 a.m. and like the whole 18,000 people or whatever that was like staying overnight waiting just like cheered because it was just like why would you have this all night? It's horrible.
Poor Newsies.
So D23, do you guys suggest people go to it, or do you think like it's better just to wait and watch it on YouTube and stuff like that?
Well, it depends. I mean, like if you're like a convention person and like really like that environment,
I'm not.
it's pretty cool. There's some really cool stuff. And like when we went, we got to see the animation panel.
Yeah, it was great.
And like The Rock was there, and we got to
saw
see like
Moana.
all this like early Moana footage and like all this stuff.
It's very
The one
cool.
year I went that you didn't go was before Frozen came out, and Idina Menzel came out and sang "Let It Go" for the first time live, which was like epic.
Wow.
It's amazing. We saw Randy
That's
Newman.
amazing.
Yeah, we saw Randy Newman
You've Got a
do
Friend in Me.
"You've Got a
Ooh.
Friend in Me" live.
That's
it's really
awesome.
cool. There's some really cool stuff, but
But
you got
have
like
to like.
you got to wait. So like if you don't mind, waiting like 6 hours to
Sleeping
go
on the
into
floor.
an auditorium.
They made it worth it for one of the panels, and then the other panel that we went to was like, I slept on concrete floor for this.
Yeah, I mean we did see like early Civil
Yeah.
War footage, which was really
Right.
cool for me. But
It was cool.
yeah, I mean it's like it is really cool. There's some really cool stuff like the booths and all that stuff are really really awesome. But if like you don't like crowds and stuff like that, then I'd probably watch it on YouTube.
I'm anxious for the day that they move it to Orlando for 1 year, just
I
one time.
know.
Yeah,
I know.
It's strange that they don't.
I feel like I can't. I feel like that's such a far travel, like to Anaheim, all the way out there to go to
Yeah.
it. Like, I really, really want to go so bad. Like, it's.
Yeah.
I wish they would just move
Definitely
it.
go at least once.
Yeah, I mean, if we had the money, we would do. They have like a sorcerer
Yeah,
package.
yeah, yeah. It's like
that's basically like a
$2,000.
fast pass that you could just get your own seat
my
in all the
gosh.
panels that you want.
Holy
But
moly!
it's like
So you don't have to sleep
the
on
real
the
money.
concrete floor. Yeah, it's like 2,500 or something.
Holy
And
moly!
you probably get. I'm sure you get like stuff with that.
Oh,
but
my.
Yeah.
It's like.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like a myth to us. So like
Yeah.
in my head, you get like a special back room with like massage chairs and stuff.
Yeah. You probably just get like a giveaway.
You
bag.
get like a bottle of water.
yeah. Knowing Disney, that's probably how it is.
You
Actually,
get like a button.
a button.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
Here's
it
your
is.
button.
That's exactly what it is. If you're from Orlando, that's what it is. A button, just a button, a special button. That's it.
So we should just spread the rumor now, and then no one will buy them, and the price will go
Yes.
Yes, I like that idea. I like it.
Terrible value. Worst value.
down. Don't buy it. Don't even go.
What's your favorite and what's your least favorite of your all's designs that are available now?
Ooh.
My favorite is the churro shirt. Just that simple shirt. I have no idea why. It's just my favorite. I think it was like because it was one of the first ones, and I like day to day. I like to wear simple stuff, so
Yeah.
I don't know. It just literally says okay, but first churros on it.
Yeah.
It's gray. Like there's nothing exciting about it at all. But I do love all the tangled ones too, because I love purple.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what my favorite is.
You're wearing the cheeser, right?
Yeah, I like this one.
I like that one
No
too.
one really liked cheeser.
I like that one. I'm a big Goofy movie fan, so
Yes,
more of those if you
absolutely.
guys can do
too.
that. Just more Goofy movie shirts.
I want all Goofy movie. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Steamboat shirt I really like
Yeah.
a lot.
That's probably my favorite, I would say.
I like how simple it is. It's just classic, simple, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's what I like so much about it.
Yeah. I know we try and like keep everything, I don't know, not neutral, but like so everyone can wear it.
Yeah.
type
I mean,
of
if like
thing.
you look at all of our shirts, we really like gray. Love the gray
I love gray shirts. We make a design and it's like, put it on gray. And then we put it on, we're like, yes.
Okay. And then there's me having to repurchase because I sweat.
That's all part of their
through
plan.
know.
It's all
Fine.
part of their plan.
That's how you get me. That's how you get me.
We also love
No.
tie-dye.
Tie-dye, of course. Oh, yeah.
put everything
I
on
mean,
tie-dye.
that might be
Yeah.
like,
I
the
love
color one
the Magic
might be-
Kingdom tie-dye shirt.
know.
I love it.
I love that one.
Love it.
I want just everything on tie-dye. We're always like, okay, let's redo this shirt, but on tie-dye.
Yes. Yes. Do it. Every shirt on tie-dye. Yes. That would be fantastic. Yeah. That weekend of the Kingdom Classic, when I picked up y'all's, that tie-dye shirt, the Magic Kingdom shirt, and I was like, Krista, I want to wear this now. She's like, it's like 2:00 in the morning. Why would you put that on now? I was like, because I love
It just
it.
feels so happy.
I love it.
Tie-dye.
That tie-dye is so bright.
It is so bright.
So epic.
It is. I didn't realize how bright it was till I put it on and like got to the
I
park
know.
that day. I was like, oh my gosh, like I stand out
Glowing.
so much right now. So much. But like I'm old enough to remember the Real World, like back in the day,
Yeah.
like when it
Oh,
was
yeah.
the Real World show on MTV.
Yeah.
These kids nowadays, I tell you,
I know. Do they even do real world anymore?
I don't know. Road Rules, Real World.
Yeah, it's all crazy now.
Yeah, it's just reality teen moms. That's all it is. That's MTV.
Yeah.
Should
Oh, I
just
love that
change
show.
their. I did. Okay, being honest here for a second, I'm kind of addicted to it. I'm not gonna lie. Like since it came out, I've watched it since it came out. Season 1, OG, and Teen Mom 2.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there for the world to know. Yes. And Krista won't watch it because she's a family law attorney. So she's like, that's every day in my life. I don't need to watch this.
at home.
Yeah, I don't need to watch that. But yeah, Janelle is crazy. Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
we got crazy there for a
Can
second.
I say my thought now?
Yes, say it, Kaylee. Say it.
I want to know when the Meet Me at the Pier shirt is coming back. Because when I purchased the other day, I'm going to Disneyland in October, and I'm like, if I don't get that shirt,
Very,
I
very,
will be
very
so
soon.
mad.
When are you going to Disneyland?
October.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
good.
You'll be fine. Very soon.
Okay,
We're
good.
breaking news like right and left on this episode, right? Jeez.
I just had to ask because, like, I was ordering, and I was like,
I know.
Forget the Star Wars land.
That is
picture.
one of my favorites, actually, too. I love that shirt.
I just love the aesthetic of
Pixar Pier.
All the pier.
when it first came out, I wasn't sure, but then
too.
when the pier opened up, and then I was like, oh my gosh, the shirt goes perfectly. I need it.
So that's a great segue, Kaylee. Good job. So Disneyland,
Thanks.
Disney World. You guys have been to both. You're closer to Disneyland. Which one is better?
The trigger warning, the Disneyland.
I always like people ask me this all the time because I'm like the designated Disney person like at work and stuff. And I'm like, well, they're different. Like it's a different experience. It's like me choosing my favorite Disney movie. It's like different categories.
Yeah.
But Disneyland is home, the home park. It's just so I think we've realized that we're more chill, casual park goers, which is very Disneyland and California Adventure. It's like casual. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like the way I always explain it to people is like, at Disney World, you're immersed, right? Which is like
great.
the coolest thing
Yeah.
ever. Like you're there and you are 100% Disney. And like the one downside for Disneyland for me is like
You step out
you
of the
you leave
gates.
Disneyland, you're in downtown
You're
Anaheim,
on the bus
which is
stop.
like great Anaheim.
Yeah.
But like it's for me, like the food and stuff in California is just like really awesome. And like I feel more stressed when I'm at Disney World.
Amen.
Because there's so much that
It's
you
just
have
so
to
much.
do.
And it's so much bigger, so you have to walk more. So you're, I don't know. Like, you're just more exhausted.
But like, I feel like if I was planning a trip to Disneyland, I'm just the thought of it stresses me out because there's so much there I want to do and eat. I'm like, I don't know that I would have time to do it all.
I know.
Yeah.
You do. It's easy.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're going in blind.
Yeah.
You
when
go in
haven't.
blind when you're from Walt Disney World. Because
Right.
even me, we're planning the trip in October, and I'm like, I don't know where to eat. I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Is 3 days long enough? We're doing the Halloween party, and that's the only thing I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Well,
but I
this-
want to experience it.
Well, let's talk about
It's
that.
completely
Let's talk
different
about that. What would be your top 3 places if you're going for like a quick trip to Disneyland? What would be the top 3 places to eat at? And then we'll kind of go on to like shows and rides. Like, you cannot miss. You got to eat. You have to eat here.
You have to eat the lobster nachos
At Lamplight Lounge.
Now it's Lamplight Lounge.
100%. If you want like a fancy meal, like an expensive,
Like
fancier
a
meal.
sit-downish.
Yeah, the Carthy Circle is my favorite restaurant.
I like
and
the
then
Blue Bayou.
Blue
which
Bayou
in
is also
our
very good.
Pirates Ride.
Okay.
Those are like for us the 3 like main
I always
eating
have
places.
to get a churro. But...
A quick service is that nobody ever thinks about is Bengal barbecue, which is probably it's like up there with like the best food that you can get at the parks.
They're literally just skewers, but
Where's
so
it at?
fire.
They're so good.
What part of the park is that at?
It's right next to Indiana Jones
Disneyland.
in Disneyland.
in
Yeah.
Disneyland. Yeah.
And it's just like you walk
Ooh.
up, you get your skewer. Mike
Yeah.
always gets the beef one, I get the chicken.
Yeah, and then
the
a little
veggies.
hack for it is you get the beef skewer, the spicy beef skewer, and a vegetable skewer, and then you dip the veggies in the extra sauce from the beef skewer. Fire.
Pro tip.
Absolute
Pro
fire.
tip.
It doesn't sound exciting, but it's just so good.
It is very, very good.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that. There's just so many food places I
I
want
know.
to try.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like 10 pounds heavier coming
And
back to Walt Disney World.
Disneyland churros are superior.
Why? Why do you think that
Disney
is?
World.
What is it?
I have no
They're like
idea.
they're lighter and like fluffier
They're
on
not
the
as
inside.
chewy. They're like crispier. It's so weird. And whenever
Every-
I have one at Disney World, I'm like, no.
Every churro I've had at Walt Disney World has been like chewy, like I'm like ripped, like it's a piece of jerky
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
something.
then get yourself a Disneyland churro.
Why?
Oh,
and the corn
definitely.
dogs.
Oh yeah, the Disneyland corn dog is also.
That's
very
what
good.
I've heard.
Ooh.
Can't go wrong.
So do you think if you're doing a trip, reservations or quick service? What do you think?
We
We usually do like
do a couple reservations.
Yeah.
With like the Blue Bayou and
we'll do like maybe a reservation a day.
maybe if we're there for a while.
Yeah, if we're
One
there
a
for a
day.
few days, yeah.
And then at Carthay Circle, you can get the World of Color meal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, at Carthy Circle you can do the World of Color dining, which is
Yeah.
it's expensive, but it's worth it because you
Especially
get
if I
an
haven't seen World
excellent,
of Color.
excellent seat for World of Color.
World of Color is really good. Can't miss.
That's my
It
favorite
is,
thing in the
cannot
parks.
miss. Although it's not running right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think it was running
Yeah.
currently. What shows are don't miss? Because I know there's several.
Mickey's Magical Map is my favorite.
Mickey's Magical Map is awesome.
And the drawing.
Paint the Night
Oh yeah.
is incredible. And then World of Color is the Paint the
World
Night
of
Parade is
Color
amazing.
is-
But World of Color is just like my end all be all.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the bar for shows.
Oh, I wonder if they're gonna have it when I'm there. Because if so,
know.
I'll do the dining package. Because you get like the reserved seating,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
the Fantasmic.
And then you don't
Yeah.
have to worry.
So, what about the Fantasmic Walt Disney World show versus the Fantasmic?
Oh, that's a good
Disneyland show?
question.
It's really different now. Before it
'Cause
was
it
like a
changed
little
the
bit more the
Disneyland,
same,
yeah.
but now they've changed it completely. And added, I mean, like the pluses were big ads for me because there's like a lot more of my favorite characters now.
Because they added a pirate
Yeah.
scene, right?
They added a pirate
Yeah.
scene, and there's some Aladdin in there. And,
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's really really cool.
I'm trying to remember.
Which one do you like better? Hollywood Studios or
I-
Disneyland?
I've always liked the Disneyland one more.
So is that like a can't miss show, or you could kind of like,
I'm
if you've
like,
seen it at Walt Disney World?
That's
I
usually
think you can miss it if you must. But Mike, I know, always wants to go see it, and I'm like,
yeah. I mean, it's like
I don't know.
it's hard to say. I mean, like my priority is always World of Color.
Yeah.
and then paint the night now because that's there now is like probably next for nighttime stuff. Oh, yeah. And then I would do Phantasmic and then the fireworks.
Yeah, especially if you're going, you don't really have to miss much if you're going for long enough.
Yeah, yeah. If you have 3 nights, you're good to go. But yeah, if
well,
you
one of the nights is at the Halloween party though.
Oh yes. But
but you'll get the Halloween fireworks, which are really cool.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about like the new fireworks Disneyland with like the up balloon house through the air and all that jazz?
We loved it.
We were blown away.
Yeah, because we just saw it last
weekend for the first time.
Is it better than Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom? That's a tough one.
Oh, we got you there.
That's better.
I mean, like Happily Ever After is like so like crazy. Like there's so much going on.
This
right?
was all. I also felt like that with the Pixar.
Yeah,
because it's like down Main Street
like,
there too, right? It's like stuff going up, the Coco characters on the roofs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we had never, before seeing it, we had never seen any videos or anything, so everything was a surprise to us, which was really cool.
That's good. Yeah.
My favorite fireworks show that's happened is the Disneyland Forever ones from the 60th anniversary.
It just was
those
so
were,
emotional.
Yeah, those were amazing. But I love Happily Ever After. I mean, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so food shows. What about rides? What are like the can't miss? You have to ride this. California Adventure and Disneyland.
Guardians over and over again. It's,
and now the Incredicoaster.
The Incredicoaster is amazing.
It's great.
At night. If you have to ride Incredicoaster at night because it's very, very cool at night.
Yeah. Or do both. Daytime and night.
Yeah.
But like if you're coming from Disney World, I would prioritize all the things that Disney World doesn't have. So like definitely go ride Indy because it's awesome. The Space Mountain is very different. Mm-hmm. The Pirates is like 4 times as long as Disney World's. But yeah, Guardians. I mean, everything in California Adventure is awesome.
It's different. It's different than Orlando for sure.
Yeah. And like before, when Guardians was Tower, the Disney World one was just so much better because it was the Disneyland one was just like
Tower of Terror
miniature
is
version.
Still my favorite ride.
But Guardians is like
it's great.
It's so much fun.
I was so mad that I liked it because for so long I was like, nope, they took away my tower. And we wrote it, and I was like, crap, I like it.
You were like, no, it's actually good.
So what is the one quick, like a not quick service? Well, what's the snack other than the churro? Because we've heard Disney churros, Disney corn dogs. What's the other snack that like if you're going to Disneyland, eat this? You have to.
Disneyland pickle.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally just a pickle. The
pickle is very good.
It's so good.
I've heard so many people say that.
And apparently pickles hydrate you, which I didn't know. So that's always
They do. They give football players pickle juice whenever they have cramps.
Yeah, the pickles are very, very good.
And then now at California Adventure at the adorable snowman or whatever.
Oh,
yes.
There's a new lemon whip type situation and it was so good.
Like the
but
Dole
I guess
Whip?
it's not really a snack, but
is it like the Dole
like
Whip
Dole
but
Whip.
lemon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
but
it's like
really good.
It's like a lemon.
And they have a slush.
Yeah, it's like basically like a lemon soft serve with like blue raspberry icy.
Oh,
that sounds pretty amazing.
So good.
My brain just froze hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like for snacks.
You liked it more in Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I like Dole Whip, but I'm not like a huge.
How
I'm
dare
undecided.
You?
I'm undecided. Those are like that's like really rough for me.
But I like sour things more, so of course I would like that.
It's really good. It's worth whatever the like 20-minute wait is.
It was not 20 minutes. It was 10. We waited 10 minutes.
It was
had a long line. They were quick. It's new.
So you guys got married at Disneyland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that like the TV show? Was it like the TV show?
I thought it was better than the TV show.
Oh, good one. Good one. What was it like? The planning process, like how was it?
Amazing.
It was really easy.
So easy. You get a planner, and if you use all of Disney's,
Like
they
preferred.
provide all their vendors. You can use outside vendors if you want, but if you use them all, it's super easy. The easiest, I mean, I've only planned one wedding. I didn't have to do anything. We basically had to show up. We had to invite everyone and show up.
And you guys,
Yeah.
where? Let everyone know where you guys got married at in Disneyland.
It was in the Rose Court Garden at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah. And then the reception
And then
was
the-
in the Sleeping Beauty Pavilion in the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah.
So it was just, walking distance.
Yeah. And then you rode the carriage in.
Yeah, I rode the carriage.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
I
you
saw
need that.
pictures. I saw pictures of you guys like by the castle alone.
Yes.
When were those pictures taken? Like what time did you get married?
So that was the morning after.
So we just didn't sleep.
Whoa, what?
So we did not sleep. Also, it was the day that the time changes. So it went from 12:59 to 2 a.m. and we had to get up at 5 a.m. to take photos. So I slept with tried to sleep with my hair and left my makeup on. If you look at, if the pictures were close up, you could see like how dead we look. And but it's so worth it. So worth it.
That's cool.
Yeah, 5
coolest
a.m.
part-
they pick you up
Yeah. The coolest part was driving into the park
through the
because
little tunnels and stuff.
yeah, they go put us on the back of like a golf cart and we go like backstage. And so we were driving,
wow.
we like drove through the California Adventure with nobody in there basically.
That's so cool.
And then we went under and like basically popped out at Space Mountain. And
behind it.
like we were just like in the park.
They kept saying like, "Oh, sorry, like this is such a boring ride," and we were like, "This is so cool."
So they have like a tunnel that goes under the ground to
Yeah,
Disneyland.
cast member.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I didn't
Yeah.
realize
Yeah.
they had anything like that there.
Yeah. No, there's all kinds of secret tunnels and
Really?
things
But they don't have
and-
like the utilidors like how Disney World has, though, right? Like not to the extent.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not sure.
Or you just
But
sworn
it
to
was
secrecy.
cool.
But yeah, it was
It was
was
really
very
cool.
great. Like their food was good. In the wedding, all good. We had to plan it. What did we have to do? 18
had
months in advance.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a Dole Whip cake.
A Dole Whip.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That's
Do they have
awesome.
Dole Whip at Disneyland?
Oh yeah.
Oh, why did I think they did?
They have Dole Whip with rum.
Yes.
They do that at Epcot though sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animal
I think
Kingdom.
they do that at Animal Kingdom.
Yes,
too.
they do.
Yeah.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
That's true. For all you over 18 listeners out there.
Yes.
Or over 21, sorry. 18.
I was like, are you Canadian?
What is happening? Oh my gosh. So what you guys just released a shirt like on Sunday, the new Tangled shirt, right?
Yeah.
What's coming down the pike? You alluded to a little bit, but what can kind of teaser can you give us? What's coming up the next couple months?
So let's see. We have this new Tangled inspired. There's some new pins coming out finally. We haven't done a pin in a while. We're restocking some of our favorite pins, and then one pin that I'm very, very, very excited about is Hatbox Ghost pin.
Ooh. See, we don't have him in Orlando, so we're like Hatbox,
I know.
you know,
He's like a myth.
impaired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coolest.
Let's see. There's a Cindy inspired design.
Yes.
That will be coming out.
And the
too.
suitcase and a dream, which I said.
Yeah.
I know you have quite a few
I
tabs
have
open
a
right now.
yeah.
That are all, we're just trying to figure out which ones.
Right.
He was on a roll like a week ago or whatever that was. He was just designing everything and they were all amazing. So we're like trying to figure out, do we do them all?
Oh, that's crazy. So if it's cool for you guys, let's play a little game. We like to play a little game with our guests, where a little rapid fire, but we'll probably, talk a little crap if you choose the wrong answers. So since we're Disney World people, favorite ride at the Magic Kingdom, both of you.
Mine Train.
Yes. Sorry, that
Wow.
wasn't very rapid fire.
Obvious
Yes.
Disney
I also
people.
like the Haunted Mansion.
There you go.
inside.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Not about it.
I'm very.
I'm glad that you both said Mine Train though,
Yes.
because it's always me rooting for Mine Train
I
and
love
John
Mine
shutting it down. I
I'm
love Mine Train.
I'm very partial to the Disneyland Haunted Mansion. So
I know, but the inside at Disney World has
yeah, there's more rooms, but there's no Hatbox Ghost.
No,
there's no
there's not.
Hatbox, and
And if you're gonna be there during Halloween time, Nightmare Before Christmas Haunted Mansion in Disneyland is
I'm so
beyond
excited
epic.
for
That
that.
is the
I'm
Beyond
so
epic.
excited.
Mike is freaking out right
I
now.
don't
If you guys
like
could see him.
Haunted Mansion at Walt Disney World, so I'm excited to see the one in Disney,
I feel like
especially with the overlay.
that's
Yes.
kind of like sacrilege. Like, how dare you change the Haunted Mansion to Jack
Oh,
Skellington?
no.
If you saw
You
it,
would die.
if you saw it in person, you would be like, because it still has like, you still got the creepy wallpaper, you still have like a lot of these elements of the original Haunted Mansion, but then there's like, here's Jack, here's Zero, here are all of these epic characters from one of the best movies of all time, right there for you.
Mike loves Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love that movie too, but
Yeah.
I just don't know how. I
No,
feel
you would
about
love it.
I'm
it. We'll see.
excited.
I don't know. So these are going to be more Disney World based questions, just FYI. Favorite table service restaurant at Disney World?
I like the canteen. Is that table service? I'm such a noob still. I'm
Oh
such a
my
pro
gosh!
noob.
Do you even Disney? Jeez.
I know. I know.
That's quick service.
Oh, see,
We struggle with food at Disney
I
World.
know. Like a sit down.
Disneyland is so much better. Yeah, like where you got a waiter.
like where you're
Like
being
where you
served.
got a waiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, lingo's different. I'm sorry. I'm
No.
failing here.
I'm just a noob.
I mean, like Via Napoli,
There you go.
Oh yeah, I do love that.
but we haven't done that much
I know.
table service
Dining.
at Disney World. We always we always struggle with that at
I
Disney
know.
World.
We haven't found. What's your guys' favorite?
Kaylee, what's your favorite?
Oh, this is hard. I don't know, because when I ate at Enzo's, it was so good, and that kind of like pushed
Enzo's
all the
Hideaway
others
at Disney
aside
Springs.
momentarily.
Oh, it is good. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, Disney Springs is a whole.
it's so
other- See, it's
good.
just so vast.
Oh yeah.
So good. Enzo's
Yeah, I
Hideaway is
know.
probably the best
I know,
Italian
there's a
food
lot.
I've
I
had
love
in a long
Disney
time. Enzo's is good. I like being in Napoli. It's good. The pizza's good. I like it. I really like Garden Grill. We like Garden Grill, Kaylee, at
Yes,
Epcot.
Garden Grill.
It's just
Yeah. See, we haven't even been there. I know.
You should do
We have
Garden
so
Grill.
much to
It's
do.
good.
Chippendale,
And we haven't done any of like the resort eats.
Yeah.
Like
Ohana.
I haven't done a lot of those either.
Yeah.
We always have such like short trips
yeah,
at Disney
we haven't
World.
actually done like a.
So that's
full-
that's part of the reason why I always feel stressed when I'm there, because it's like we gotta try to do as much as we can.
Yeah. I know we have to go for like a good 2 weeks.
Well, favorite,
Do you have the passport?
Yeah.
Okay.
worth it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just renewed it though, so that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't they
Worth
like
it, but it
over
hurts.
$1,000
they're
each?
rough.
It's hefty.
But like
Gosh.
the discounts and everything, like in Disneyland,
Disneyland,
you get discounts on Starbucks even.
All the food.
Wow.
All the food.
What the heck, Disney
A
World?
Snack, corn dogs, churros. You get don't you get the discount or no?
I forget.
I forget.
What the heck?
But even your Starbucks discount food.
Disney
And
World
I
is
think the discounts are higher
lacking.
on merch too.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but
What
I know
the
whenever we go to Disney World, we're like, what?
They're so stingy there. It makes me so mad. No quick service has
Yeah.
AP discounts.
Kaylee, you don't
None.
understand the whole like out of state AP costs. Like you don't get it. Like you're like, oh, I pay a couple $100. Like that's it. Like we're like,
I do not
suffering
pay a
over
couple
here,
$100.
taking a loan out,
like
the second mortgage on our
500.
homes over here to get Disney annual passes just for one Disney World, not Disneyland and Disney World. I can't imagine what that's like for both. But
It's
geez.
very expensive. But it's worth it. I mean, like if you go at least a couple of times a year, it pays for itself.
Yeah,
I want to go
it's
so
rough
bad.
though.
Favorite quick service at Disney World. So like the walk up, like the Satuli Canteen, that would be
Yeah.
considered quick service.
I really loved that.
Yeah, probably that.
For real, I
That was
loved
probably-
it. We've only been there once, but I was like, yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Like,
that's a good
it's real
choice.
food.
That's a
Yeah.
great choice.
Disney World stepping it up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
choice.
It was really good.
Well, I think we mentioned this a little bit, but favorite Disney princess.
Ariel And Rapunzel.
Punzi.
Favorite snack at Disneyland and World?
Turkey leg.
Ugh,
I hate the turkey leg. Hate.
gross.
I hate seeing people eat them.
No, Mike,
It's
no.
so barbaric.
I know.
Dude.
It's like, where did you come from eating like that?
I like the churros, and then for Disney World, I don't know if it counts as a meal or a snack. I always end up having it as a snack. It's the corn dog nuggets at Casey's Corner.
It's close enough.
So good.
Good enough.
It's a snack.
That's a snack.
Kaylee likes to call them corn dog nugs.
Yes,
Yeah.
the nugs.
Nugs. Not the nugs. Yes, the nugs.
I know.
the
I
nugs.
listened to your last
Can
one.
you
were
please
talking
come
about
out with
the
a shirt and be like, okay, but first nugs.
nugs. The nuggies.
Okay. Turkey leg, you just kind of... Is it really even turkey? Who knows?
It's so
bad.
good.
Oh,
Have you ever had one?
No. Just the smell in like 100-degree weather makes me want to
You
vomit.
have to have one. It's so good.
I've had a bite, and you don't need to have one.
Oh my god.
Whatever meat it is. T-Rex or something. Who knows? Disney's probably growing like T-Rexes back in the utilidors for those. Flower and Garden Festival or Food and Wine Festival?
I like food and wine.
I can't decide. I really like both.
Yeah.
Like, they're amazing.
I-
It's like one of my favorite
I
events.
actually
Both.
didn't love Epcot prior to going to Food and Wine and Flower and Garden. After that, I was like hardcore. I am all in on the Epcot.
It just, I think, just took you longer because
Yeah.
I go there all the time. And then California Adventure at Disneyland started having
Food and wine.
Food and wine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So which is better? I mean, since it's just kind of started though, is it good? Like, is it worth...
It's really
It's
good.
really
Is it
good.
Epcot
There's
level?
not as much, right?
It's not near as big, obviously. So there's like not as many stations. There's probably like a tenth of the
Yeah.
stations because there's the size is just not as big.
Right,
But
right.
the food is
Really
really,
good.
really, really good.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, it's like a mini Food and Wine,
Yeah.
pretty much. It's just like a taste.
Halloween or Christmas at Disneyland?
Halloween.
Christmas.
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Parade at Disney World or the crappy one at Disneyland?
First of all, can you call it by its real name?
No, it's just
the
so
Boo to
bad.
You parade.
Well,
I don't even think I've seen. have
He's
I
like,
seen- yeah.
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Parade. Call it by its name.
I don't even remember the Disneyland one.
that's how great it was, Kaylee, right there.
Yeah.
I know. I heard the party. I heard the party at Disneyland is nothing compared
Yeah,
to the
I
party
feel
at
like
Walt Disney World.
The
But
parties at Disney
Yeah,
World
I
are
mean, it's
just
still
way
worth
better.
it just for the lack of lines.
Yeah.
But,
Disney World definitely does the parties better
oh yeah, for sure.
in Christmas. Or is there a Christmas party? Yeah, we went to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all 5 parks, so like Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, or I guess 6 parks, Epcot, California Adventure, Disneyland, which is your favorite?
California
California
Adventure.
Oh,
oh my
Man.
god,
This is a new realization for us.
really? Why? What
Yeah.
changed it?
Both. I don't really know. I think we just got more chill.
Yeah, I tore
That's
my
the only
Achilles
way.
like what, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago,
ish.
and so
You have to be
I
on
had
the
to
ECV.
be on an ECV one time there,
You're that person.
and it was really rough in Disneyland, but
Yeah.
in California Adventure, it's like built for it, right? So
was
like it was
newer.
like just really easy, and it just like opened my eyes to like how chill that park is.
Yeah.
And like there's just so much good food, and you can like just get a beer and just walk around and then go ride Guardians, go do there's like the rides there are excellent.
Yeah.
And just like the amount of food that you can do and the drinks.
Just the vibes. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like.
I think it's, yeah.
Go ahead.
I just was going to say, I think it's always been my favorite. I just didn't really fully know. We were just talking about it a couple weeks ago. I was like,
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite.
I feel like they should take California Adventure and just like drop it on top of Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
Yes.
It should be. Every time I go to Hollywood Studios, I'm like, this should be California Adventure.
Yeah.
Because they already have, the little downtown.
Well, first move the location of Hollywood Studios off of the surface of the sun and move it like somewhere else.
That's always the hottest.
It's hot, and they just play the March of the First Order over and over and over.
Oh, I
and over.
know.
It's so stagnant. Every time I'm there, I'm like, I'm dying.
I can't breathe. Purple wall or the bubblegum wall?
Purple wall.
Ooh.
I love purple wall. It's my favorite.
Probably purple wall.
Which purple wall? The new one or the original? The OG?
The OG. The solid.
I like the new one.
The artistic side of you is coming out.
But I like the new one because you can have both.
That's true.
I'm glad.
Like-
I'm
Yeah,
glad they
you
did
could
that.
stand in the middle. Yeah.
That's true. That's good.
I'm glad that they didn't do the whole thing. I would have been so sad.
Okay, so think Disney World here. Favorite bathroom?
Tangled.
Tangled.
Funzy gets a bathroom.
Just because of the theme, not because of the cleanliness. I'm assuming.
crowd
The
level.
theme, yeah.
The crowd level.
I know.
Favorite character of the Fab Five?
Mickey.
Mickey and Donald.
Oh, what a cop out, guys. Mickey Mouse. Come on.
Donald. I really love Donald.
I like Goof too, but I just like. I feel like I'm gonna cry every time I just see Mickey the first time when I go in.
But I really love Donald
Yeah.
because he's like a ragey little bird.
Exactly. Yes. Donald's my
love it.
favorite. Always will be.
So sassy.
He's number one. He's number one.
When we went and saw the Magic Mickey, that was like that was like a serious moment for me.
Yeah, we were. All
I couldn't say a word. Like I was just like,
No.
Yeah.
I was like just tearing. I know.
you're talking to me and you're answering what I say. Like
And you're like blinking. And then there was the show. Do they still do
The stage show, the castle show.
castle party show where they're all like that?
Yes.
And I was like, oh my! I was crying standing there because Donald was like blinking.
yeah. A little side note: Chris and I did the Keys to the Kingdom tour back in the spring at Magic Kingdom, which it's totally worth it. It was so cool.
We have never done
It was so
Yeah.
cool.
It's on the
But
list.
Yeah, that's on like the big bucket list. We did Club 33 last year,
oh,
and that was amazing. And so now that's like the next big thing
Yeah.
that we want to do is the Keys to the Kingdom.
it was cool. It's
And
totally
they
worth
do a
it.
Disneyland one too.
Yeah, the in Walt's
Yeah.
shoes one. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like if I went to Disneyland, I would just cry. Like,
Yes.
because like
it's something about
Walt
it.
was
I know.
there.
He was there.
He was there.
Yeah.
But anyways, Keys of the Kingdom.
yeah.
They talked about. I asked the our little tour guide when we ate lunch. I was like, "So is the friend of the character moving the mouth and blinking the eyes and that kind of thing?" And it's all timed, actually. So I was like, "Well, it's kind of weird. You can't see for a quick second when they blink, I guess. So that's kind of
Yeah.
scary."
Yeah.
Anyways, favorite Disney prince.
Prince Eric.
Eric, I guess.
That didn't sound very.
Is
convincing.
Flynn
I
Rider
know.
Prince?
I debated
guess
this
he
last
is
time.
now, but
But he's not
I
married
don't-
to her. He's not married to Rapunzel.
no.
Yeah, I don't. Well, he is now.
Is he?
But still, he's.
In the cartoon?
I mean,
They're on the float together. I feel like he's a prince.
yeah.
That was Kaylee's.
And I
thing.
mean, then you have Aladdin. Then he's a prince too.
I don't think he's a prince.
No?
though.
He's a
I don't.
fake
Yeah, I don't
prince.
know.
Who?
I don't
He's a
know.
fake
He's a
prince.
fake prince.
But they're
yeah.
didn't. I guess they dn't get
Ali,
married.
Ali is
they're
a
married.
phony.
Yeah, but they're married.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's a hard
Prince
one.
I
Eric.
don't think about the prince.
Prince
very
Eric
much.
for me was like the best. I don't know why because he's like kind of dumb, but
He's like pretty irrelevant.
I know. But it was like, come on, like
he is.
crazy?
He's inconsequential to the film.
Yeah.
The dog is
He's
more
so-
important than he is.
the dog. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Favorite.
Poor princes.
I think we just have Prince Eric on the mind because John Stamos.
We saw John Stamos and he was bounding as Prince Eric.
That's awesome.
So now, to me, Prince John Stamos is my favorite.
He kind of is a prince, a Disney prince. I mean, let's be honest.
He looks like one.
He loves Disney as much as anyone.
I know.
Yep.
I think if I saw him, I would just like scream at him.
We saw him, and I didn't get a picture, but we saw him. We were at
We were breathing the same air.
the That's from Disneyland exhibit.
I feel like I got like slightly more handsome that day simply being in his presence.
I wish I got a picture. I chickened out. I was fangirling from afar.
Uncle
again.
Jesse! Uncle Jesse! Over here!
Have mercy.
I was waiting for it. Okay, so favorite Disney Pixar movie.
But I love
Finding Nemo is mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really love Almost.
But I also really love
much.
Inside Out.
No,
It's just
so
like
sad.
really sad.
Oh my gosh, I hated Inside
I
Out.
loved it, but I can never
Talk
watch
about
it
wanting
again.
to shake. Talk about wanting to shake Snow White. Like, I want to shake sadness. Like, what
I
are
know.
you doing?
But
I know.
Kaylee, it teaches
Stop.
you have to be equal in your emotions. Equal.
I also
Who needs that?
I also loved Coco. Coco like shot up to very close to the top for me.
It was great.
Pixar is just a whole different level. I feel
it's
like
really hard. Like there's just like there's like a tier, and like Toy Story has its like own section for me because it's like Toy Story is Toy Story. It's like it's unbelievable.
Can you imagine
But-
if Disney had not like bought Pixar? Can you imagine like the crap that would have come out? Probably.
I know. I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
would have been
It's
bad.
so
It would be
good.
like
All of
DreamWorks.
them are good.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been like DreamWorks. That's true.
Weird cavemen movies.
oh my gosh. It would have been a lot of Shrek.
Just all
A
the
lot
Nick
of
Cage.
Minion-esque things, which I love. The
A lot of
Minions,
fart
just for the
jokes.
record.
Lots of fart
A lot of
jokes.
fart jokes.
Nicolas Cage, the animated saga.
oh my gosh. That would totally
I'm
be
pretty
a
sure
thing
that like
too.
Hill is going to be like Nicolas Cage movies and Nickelback just on repeat over and over and over again.
That's the worst.
And Imagine Dragons, all of those guys just on repeat.
Oh, stop.
They're
I
the new
love
Nickelback.
Imagine Dragons.
They're the new Nickelback.
That's harsh.
Okay, favorite Disney music, like in the parks. Favorite, like like that how Fantasyland has its own music and Tomorrowland has its own music. Favorite music in the parks, whether it's Disneyland or Disney World.
Just because it's fresh in my mind, Pixar Pier.
It was
Ooh,
fabulous.
I can't
yes.
wait.
I don't know what I like. I think I like the Tomorrowland.
Yeah, you like the Tomorrowland like bathroom loop.
Yeah.
It's like really nice.
We sometimes listen to
Yeah, our really good friends
loops.
are like serious like Disney music loop nuts.
They'll be like,
and
"Sing
so
high."
like my friend Nick will like send us all of
He
this,
has every
all these
single
loops and
park
stuff,
loop.
and like I'll listen to it while I work and stuff
Oh, yeah.
sometimes.
Totally, that's what I'll do. The Epcot
trying to
entrance
sleep.
loop at work. And,
I love Main Street too.
Oh
Just
yeah,
the Main Street loop
it's so
is great.
The classic, like it's got the up in there, the up music in there too, which is just so good, so good, so good. Soaring over California or soaring around the world?
If they would have updated Soaring Over California to like the quality that Soaring Over the World is, like video wise and like
Yeah.
all that stuff, I probably would like the California one.
Yeah. I really love both. I feel like
But
you
they're
can't go wrong.
they're both really awesome.
I love Soren.
I wasn't aware there was a Soren in Disney.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
noob! Ugh.
Seriously, I was like, what do you mean Soren,
I
California?
think that's one of my favorite rides. It was the first Disney ride that I went on, I think.
No,
No?
you did Tower of Terror
Oh,
first.
I did have
Oh, what a good one!
First Epcot ride.
Yeah, I just threw her right into the fire.
Yep.
Tower of Terror or Guardians of the Galaxy?
Guardians.
Guardian. And
Wrong.
I love the tower. It pains me.
It is so much fun.
Space Mountain Magic Kingdom or Space Mountain Disneyland?
I kind of like the Magic Kingdom one, but a
think
lot
so.
of people think I'm crazy.
I don't really know. I can't. We haven't went on the Magic Kingdom one in a long time.
Yeah.
like
I think I liked the Magic Kingdom one so much just because it was something so different. But like the
And you sit
Disneyland
alone.
one is really cool because they do like Ghost Galaxy,
Yeah.
and the Hyperspace Mountain was really
It's
epic
really
too.
awesome.
So is the original Space Mountain better or the Hyperspace Mountain? Because I've heard like Hyperspace Mountain's like epic.
I really
It's
like
pretty cool.
Hyperspace Mountain.
It's pretty cool. Like the first, like just as soon as the music kicks in for it,
You're like, yes.
Awesome. Kaylee, do you have any more questions for our friends here?
I can't think of any, no. The most important one was the peer shirt, because I was so mad the other day. I was like, oh.
Well, I'm glad we could help you out, Kaylee. We could make your night.
I'm sure other people want it too, so you're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being on here with us. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that was so much fun.
It's been so fun.
If you guys get a second, head over to luckyrabbitsupplyco.com and check out their shirts and their pins and their upcoming pins and shirts that are coming out soon. And head over to Instagram and follow them at Lucky Rabbit Supply Co. They are a good follow. They have great photos from around the parks. They always have the greatest backgrounds. I don't know why. Like, I'm the worst at choosing like a background to take photos at in Disney. I don't know. I guess I just have a horrible eye. But they always have great photos. If you're a fan of t-shirts, they always post their t-shirts there. Check them out. Follow them. They are fun. They are awesome. And that's going to do it for this episode of the Walt's World Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you would, head over to iTunes, subscribe, leave us a comment there on iTunes. It helps other people find us as well when you do that. Also, if you have any questions for us or show ideas, email us, waltzworldpodcast@gmail.com. or shoot us a message on Instagram at Walt's World Podcast. We would love to hear from you guys. So with that, I'm John.
And I'm Kaylee. We'll see you next week.